Most people, when they hear the word drone, they think about a military aircraft armed with missiles, without a pilot, on its way to Afghanistan or Pakistan. Drones, however, are no longer only a military technology. The latest generation of drones actually builds on smartphone technology. Every year, batteries, sensors, and embedded processors of phones have been improving. And these are exactly the components you need to build a drone. So without the military, civilians have been able to push drone technology. And today, drones are smarter, smaller, easier to use, and cheaper. So who's using drones? Well, farmers are. In Japan, for example, 90% of crop dusting, spraying your crops with protection products, is now being done by drones, instead of flying planes low to the ground for hours on end. Thousands of miles of pipeline transporting oil and gas are now being monitored by drones with infrared cameras that can detect leaks, saving companies millions of dollars. And surprisingly, even retail companies have expressed interest in this technology. On December 3rd, Amazon announced that its R&D department is currently working on a drone that could deliver packages in less than 30 minutes, if regulation would allow. So in the Game of Drones session, we're going to talk about how this technology can add value to the work that we do. We already see development practitioners experimenting with this technology in the aftermath of disasters, and we'll talk about that. But we're mostly going to talk about how this technology can be used to collect information on exposed assets before a disaster, and how this relates and complements to existing tools and methods for data collection. So in our session, two drone makers, SenseFly and Antea Technologies, they'll explain where the technology stands today and where the technology is going, and how a non-drone expert, like probably most of us in this room, could actually go about flying a drone. And we'll be answering simple questions such as, how high can I fly my drone? For how long can I fly it? Where can I fly it? What is the area I can capture? And what kind of fancy camera would I need? But we'll also try to go beyond this and talk about the innovative software that now comes with drones that allows us to very quickly create these high-resolution, geo-referenced orthomosaics and digital elevation models. One of the drone makers, he'll explain how, due to more sophisticated algorithms and advances in digital imagery processing, how we've now been able to overcome this challenge of stitching oblique images together. So now, only a couple of hours after flying your drone, you can have a full geo-referenced 3D model. And that's so awesome. But let's take a step back. We spend millions of dollars developing good risk models. And it takes us sometimes a really long time to get things right. This technology could make that process cheaper and faster. But there are challenges. A recent survey found that 63% of Americans is uncomfortable with the idea of having civilians fly drones. Now, we don't all live in the States, but there's no reason to believe that anywhere else the general public will be more optimistic. What are they concerned about? Well, they're concerned about safety. For example, quite recently, a drone almost collided with a US Airways airplane above Tallahassee, Florida. Now, this was a near miss, but without formalized safety programs, we could see a real accident in the future. Another issue relates to privacy. As drones are getting smaller and smaller, they could be used to monitor and track every move an individual makes without the individual being aware of it. The dream of the NSA. And finally, the issue of perception. Now, this technology builds on smartphones and our intentions are benign, but that doesn't change the fact that a lot of people around the world will continue to see this technology as an inherently military technology, and that will complicate our dialogues with governments. So on the one hand, we have this technology that has the potential to add real value to our ability to understand and manage risk, and on the other hand, we have these challenges so big that kind of prevent us from embracing this technology. So this is what we're going to be talking about during the Game of Drones session. We'll have, on Wednesday, 3:30, we'll have Antea Technologies, SenseFly, Unisat, HOT, and Map Concierge talk about their experience, the opportunities, the challenges, and we hope to see many of you there.